Good morning, guys, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm proud to present to you all a full walk around and tour of this 2024 Ford F-250 Lariat with the Tremor package and the Sport Appearance package. Now, this truck not only gets the Lariat package, which makes it a bit more luxurious than, let's say, an XLT, but the Tremor package does give it a bit of a off-road look thanks to a factory lift and some very cool tires, as you can see. Now, this one gets even better because it does have the Sport Appearance package, which of course blacks out everything that's in chrome. So from the grille to the door handles to pretty much everywhere that you would expect to see chrome is blacked out completely. And so with that being said, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Ford here in McKinney, Texas, which is a part of the Thomas Auto Group, for making this possible. And so, let's go ahead and let's get started. This vehicle does have the lock function, unlock, remote start, your tailgate release, and your panic button. Of course, to do the remote start function, just make sure the vehicle is currently locked. Try that one more time. Make sure the vehicle is locked. And there you go. And when you're done, do it again, and it shuts off. This truck here, like I said, does come with the Sport Appearance package, does give you a very nice appearance, starting off with the front grille here. As you can see, it looks very nice. It's blacked out. You have the Ford logo still in blue, but it still looks really, really cool. As you can see, you have Super Duty embossed right here on the hood, which is very nice. This is a Ford staple. You do have LED daytime running lights with projector headlamps right here. And of course, fog lamps are going to be standard on this particular model. It also does come with your black tow hooks right here. With that being said, this one here does have a set of Goodyear Wrangler tires measuring 285/75 R18s, or in this case, if you're looking at it from an off-road standpoint, these come on 35s. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's check out the interior. Of course, in order to do that, this vehicle does have a smart key access system. So as long as you have the key fob in your pocket and the door is locked, all you have to do is just simply put your hand on the door. It will recognize that the door is unlocked via a sensor, and you're able to jump on in. As you can see, we're welcomed with a very nice vinyl material here on the door panels, followed by the soft touch material, which, as you can see, is very, very cool. And also you do have some very cool wood material here as well. You have 3-person memory seating. You have your unlock and lock functions. You do have this button right here, which controls the length, or basically how far the tow mirror can go out and go in. You have controls for your child lock, your power windows, as well as your power mirrors. With that said, you do have some storage right here and some deep pockets here, and of course you can probably put a little cup right here, but of course you do have that Bang & Olufsen subwoofer inside of it, so just be mindful of that. It is the Agate Black exterior with the Baja Leather interior. I'll go ahead and move my seat so we can jump on in. It does have a full panel sunroof. And to start the vehicle up, just make sure you have the key on you or in the vehicle. Put your foot on the brake and hit the button right there to start. Very cool. This vehicle does come with a very nice leather wrapped steering wheel, and it feels pretty good in your hands. You have controls here on your left and right sides. Left is going to house your controls for some safety features, cruise control, as well as your Bluetooth and hands-free telephone. To your right, you're going to have controls for your driver instrument cluster up there, and you do have controls for your hands-free phone, as well as a back button and a fast forward button for your audio. With that being said, this vehicle does come with a 10-speed automatic transmission, and when we put the vehicle into reverse, it does have a backup camera with guidance lines that adjusts as you turn the wheel. Or in this case, it does not adjust. But you also have a 360 camera, which is pretty nice. And on top of that, you have a top-down view, which takes up the entire screen so you can see what's going on. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different camera views that you can look at just to make sure that everything is safe around the perimeter. So you have your tailgate, you have your regular view, you have your top-down view, you have a split camera view. This is only going to be for your trailer, so if you're towing a trailer. And of course, trailer feature setup. So, with that said, those are all the cameras that come with this vehicle. Coming over here, as you can see, this one does have a fully digital instrument cluster, as you can see, which looks very nice. You have your tachometer to your left, speedometer to your right, and you have a couple other gauges on top of here, such as your your coolant temperature, your oil level, oil temperature, as well as your fuel range. Coming down below that, you have an icon of the F-Series truck. To the bottom left, you do have your gear selection. To the middle is going to be what's playing on your radio. And of course, a little compass right there. And to the far right is going to be your current odometer reading. With that being said, we are welcomed with a 12-inch productivity screen, which was introduced in the F-150 and of course now trickles into the F-250. So this was actually introduced for the 2022 model year. It does carry on for 2024 and beyond that. Now, as you can see, I personally like the look of this screen because you're able to get so much more done, and as you can tell, it definitely looks really good while doing so. Now, with that being said, you do have your current audio playing as far as audio is concerned, and you have your different preset stations right here. You have some shortcut menu buttons that include audio, your phone, navigation, favorites, so favorite phone list, recent calls, messaging, email, audio sources, towing, zone lighting, sound settings, driver assistance, vehicle settings, Wi-Fi, and vehicle hotspot. So basically, you would have to select a tile to save as your favorite. Pretty cool. Your different apps, such as Find Mobile Apps, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Mobile Apps Help. Different settings. So settings for SiriusXM, vehicle, clock, personal profiles, general, add phone, sync navigation, sound. And then to the right, you'll see, of course, what's playing as far as audio is concerned. And then you do have features. Driver's assistant, zone lighting, towing. You can consult your owner's manual from in here and record feedback. Now, let's go to driver assistance. Driver assistance is going to give you pretty much a comprehensive look of what comes with this vehicle, such as adaptive cruise control, speed limit assist, lane keeping system, which is in this case set to alert and aid, your pre-collision assist, which is set to warning, braking, and steering, exit warning, rear view camera delay, a blind spot information system, your trailer side view, park aid sensors, cross traffic alert, reverse brake assist, and driver alert. Zone lighting. To disable auto lamps while using zone lighting, select the override button. Pulls out of that. Towing gives you some information about towing, like to add a trailer, manage trailers, trailer checks, sway control, as well as maintenance reminders. Owner's manual gives you a chance to look at the owner's manual from inside the vehicle, and then record feedback is going to make you go over any audio that you might have saved while you're driving or talking to a passenger or whatever the case may be. Coming up here, let's go back to the main screen. Coming up here, you do have some extra buttons, which include your camera, parking sensors, your hazard lights, your cruise control, as well as hill descent assist. This one does have the Pro Trailer Backup Assist, as well as a trailer brake controller. You have your different drive modes here, which we'll talk about in a second, as well as your 2 high, 4 high, your automatic 4-wheel drive, and 4 low. Coming down below this 12-inch productivity display, we do have a couple of buttons. You have a volume knob and tuning knob, controls for your audio, as well as whether you want to fast forward or go back. Of course, you do have dual zone climate control. You do have heated and ventilated seats for the front and front passenger. You do have a heated steering wheel, max air conditioning, rear ventilation, where you want the air to be positioned as far as how you're sitting in the vehicle, automatic air conditioning, recycling, whether you want the AC to be on or off, and max air conditioning. And of course, you do have your fan right here. You can adjust it to go up, your fan speed, or to go down. Come over here back to the driver instrument cluster. As you can see, you're able to go through and just cycle through all the different menus. So as you can see, initially what we're looking at when we talk about this vehicle, you're going to have things like, sorry about that, I'm going to adjust the camera here. You're going to have things like your calm view, which of course is going to give you kind of a blank canvas with your miles to empty and your speed. You have your trip 1, fuel economy, tire pressure, diesel gauges, configure my view, driver assistance, and back to calm view. And then if we go to menu itself, so you get a chance to see everything here in more detail, such as my view, trip and fuel, a head-up display, gauges, off-road, towing, status information, navigation, phone, audio, vehicle maintenance, settings, and that's it. And of course, to go back to the main screen, just hit the back button. All right, so continuing on here, you do have a very good amount of storage here, so you can put stuff in, and a nice little way of saying that the F-Series is an F-Series, so you can kind of show your friends that. It says F-Series since established 1948. You have 2 cup holders right next to that, of course. You have a very good area where you can put your phone to charge. This does have the wireless charging deck right here, or you can charge your phone right there via a USB-C or regular USB port. With that in mind, this one here also does come with a massive glove compartment. You do have some storage right here, so you can put coins and small items, and then you have a massive one right here with 2 USB-C ports right in the middle, and a small little light, just in case you need to go in at night and actually take something out of the glove compartment. There we go. Okay, we now move to the drive modes, and let's see what happens. So, starting off, we're in normal, slippery, then you have off-road, rock crawl, you have tow haul, and you have eco. Alrighty then, moving up here, this one does have the Lariat Ultimate package, so you do have your upfitter switches here. You do have controls to open and close the visor for the panoramic sunroof, which, as you can see, is pretty easy to use, of course. So with that said, this is going to open up and give you that natural light for the panoramic sunroof. And of course, as that's just halfway, you can open it even more than that. There you go. And it does extend to the back if you want to go all the way back. But for this video, I'm just going to do it to where you can kind of get a general idea of how it works. So it is pretty nice to see, and it does look pretty cool as well. So let's go ahead and close it back up. This is to close the actual vent right here. As you can see, this is to close the visor. There you go. With that being said, pretty comprehensive look of the dashboard here. It's very cool to see how far the F-Series, in this case the F-250, has come in just a few short years, since it was pretty much last redesigned back in 2017. Also, in addition, you do have an extra speaker here and an extra speaker over there. And last but not least, you do have some extra buttons, which of course is going to control a few things, such as your blind spot monitoring, feature here. Open the tailgate, headlights and fog light controls. Sorry about that. Headlight and fog light controls. As you can see, your trip information stuff here, and of course, if you want to open up the tailgate as well. So, my mistake. This is to actually open up the little back glass. This is to open up the tailgate right here. But anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. Materials do carry out into the back of the F-250. This one here, again, being a Lariat as well as a Tremor. You know, you're not going to really need any Tremor goodies in the interior, but mostly in the exterior. But with that being said, this being the Baja Leather interior, you do get that leather and that perforation right here, and it carries throughout the back. It's very, very nice to see. You have 2 seat pockets, one on both sides. You do have heated rear seats here. You do have rear ventilation. You do have a USB traditional power outlet there. And then over here is going to be a traditional plug-in port right there. And last but not least, you do have a padded armrest with 2 cup holders. And you also have your different speakers on both doors. This one, of course, does have your diesel and DEF tanks respectively. Tremor badge. This one does have LED taillights. You have your Super Duty badge embossed right here, your Ford logo right there. This one does have a tow hitch, which is pretty impressive. And of course, if you want, you can actually use this step to go into the bed. Now, I'm going to carefully open this because you can see we are not too far away from hitting this post. So let's see what happens. Perfect. Now, this one does come with a full spray bed liner from Ford, as you can see, which is very nice. You do have 2 LED lights in the bed. You can add on some things like your Pro Power onboard and stuff like that if you want to. So to me, that's pretty nice to see. And of course, if we didn't have the post here, I would demonstrate the actual tailgate assist, which this one does have. And what's really cool is that you do have like a little ruler, which is pretty nice, especially for those of you who are of like the mathematician type, or you want to just see how long something is. This is just a really nice way of illustrating that here. And another way you can go into the bed of this vehicle is just simply putting your foot here, and you should be able to get into the bed a little bit more easier. And Ford does sell an accessory to where you can actually attach something down here that will make it easier for someone like myself who doesn't really know how to go into the bed like this from a ground perspective. You do have body colored mirror caps with LED turn signals, F-250 Lariat badge. One of the big changes for 2024 is that the F-250 as well as the F-350, but mostly the F-250, will come with a high output 6.7-liter dual overhead cam 32-valve Power Stroke diesel. In this case, this is a 6.7-liter V8. In this application, it produces 500 horsepower and 1,200 pound-feet of torque. This, of course, is four-wheel drive, and it's going to be through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Alright guys, and last but not least, here is that window sticker for this Super Duty here. This is a 2024 F-250 Super Duty single rear wheel 4x4 crew cab. It's a Lariat 160-inch wheelbase style side, 6.7-liter high output Power Stroke diesel through a 10-speed automatic torque shift transmission. It's finished off in Agate Black over the Baja Leather interior. As you can see, this is what you get standard from Ford, which is pretty impressive and nice. Coming over here, let's see what you get as far as options. For nearly $13,000, you do get the high output Power Stroke diesel, $12,995. The Sport Appearance package is for $2,880. The Tremor off-road package gives you the 35-inch off-road tires for $43.75. The Power Moonroof twin panel for $14.95. And the Lariat Ultimate package, like I just showed you guys, the tailgate step, as well as the upfitter switches for $5,075. Total options comes out to just over $26,800, and with a $1,995 destination delivery charge, plus a few discounts, you're saving $2,260 for a total of $91,295. However, you do have a couple of other extras that were added onto this vehicle, which comes out to nearly $3,200 for a total of around $94,500. But with that being said, guys, that is going to do it for this in-depth walk around and tour of this 2024 Ford F-250 Lariat with the Tremor package and the Sport Appearance package and Agate Black with the Baja Leather interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.